Hi, my name is Julie and I'm the Animal Care Manager here at Naples Zoo, and I have with me Roseabelle. And Roseabelle is a unique bird called a Tawny Frogmouth. I know it's probably something you've never heard of or even seen before, but they are found in Australia. Now, at first glance, you might look at him and say it's a type of owl, which they can get very confusing because they look similar. They have a lot of the shared characteristics like the camouflage coloration and also those big eyes. They are a mostly nocturnal species. They're actually more active during dawn and dusk. And so having those large eyes helps them to see in very low light conditions, just like with an owl. The biggest difference though is their feet. I kind of say that Roseabelle here just has regular bird feet, just for perching on a branch, as opposed to an owl that has those big talons that they use to catch their prey with. So instead, when Roseabelle is going to be hunting, he might fly down and pounce on a mouse or a frog or an insect that's on the ground, but when he does, he's going to use his mouth instead of his feet to catch those objects. Now, another way that they do their hunting, some people say it's lazy, some people say it's smart, but they will let the food come to them. And they will sit in a tree branch and open their big, wide, gaping mouth and just sit and hang out and wait. And you'll notice he's got some little feathers above his beak that look like whiskers, and they act just like that. When he feels an insect like a moth or something fly by and hit those little whisker feathers, then he'll snap his beak down and catch that insect that's flying by, kind of like a Venus flytrap. So we'll see if he wants to eat any food for us here to show off how he uses that beak of his. You can see it's pretty wide gaping mouth in there where they get that name frogmouth from. So what I'm feeding him right now are yummy mealworms. Probably not your ideal choice for a snack, but the frogmouth here loves to eat things like frogs and rodents, but also lots of insects. So here at the zoo, they get insects and little mice each day. And oftentimes they are kind of lazy. They don't use a lot of energy. So there are some days where he might not even eat anything at all. And then other days where he wants to eat everything he sees. So it kind of just depends on how much energy he's used. And I mentioned about their camouflage coloration that also makes them look similar to an owl. And that's definitely helpful for this animal to stay safe, because there's a lot of animals out there that want to make a meal out of a bird. So if he is sitting in perfect daylight out in the middle of the day taking some naps, he wants to stay hidden. That's his main form of defense. So he's going to use that camouflage to blend right into the trees around him to stay safe, hopefully not even being spotted by some of those predators. And a frogmouth kind of takes that hiding a step further as well. And they will do something that's called stumping. And basically what that means, if he feels threatened that a predator might be around, he's going to make himself look as thin and skinny as possible to blend into that tree, almost looking like a broken tree branch. And if it happens to be a windy day and the tree branches are moving a little, the frogmouth will sway a little in the breeze as well to really try to make himself look like that tree. So they have a lot of very unique characteristics about them to help them survive in their environment. But even though they look like an owl, they are not related to an owl at all because of some of the differences they do have as well. So thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out our unique friend, the Tawny Frogmouth.